Cook, eat, relax with me, Josie Fletcher. January is upon us and I think we might all be feeling the squeeze in our jeans right now. So here's a nice, fresh, healthy recipe to give you a great start to the new year. This is our lemongrass. What we want to do is just take away these outer layers because they can just be a little bit tough. Because we're using this for a dressing, if you were cooking it, you could use the whole thing, but we want to get rid of this top part because that again can be a little bit tough. We're going to finely chop it starting from the bottom because this is the bit that's full of flavour and is a little bit more tender. Using the side of your knife, crush the garlic into a fine paste with a little bit of salt and grate your ginger. When your water is nice and hot, sprinkle in a little bit of salt and pile in your vegetables. Be careful not to splash yourself. Now add your noodles. I always like to break the noodles up as soon as they go in so you don't get any bits that clump together. I would always put a chilli in a dish like this because I really love a bit of subtle heat, but tonight this one's for my children, so we're going to leave the chilli out. After 3 minutes, add your bean sprouts and let those cook for 1 minute more. Drain the noodles and the veg and pop them back in the pan and then pour over your dressing. Make sure you do this while they're still hot because this lovely dressing will absorb into the noodles and the vegetables and make for a really tasty dish. Mix it in really, really well. Make sure every noodle is coated. Serve a nice pile of noodles and vegetables and sprinkle with some freshly chopped coriander. Now what's great about this dish as well is that if you leave it to cool, you can eat it for lunch the next day. So there we have it, very, very speedy Asian noodle salad. These jellies are a great way to end any healthy meal. There's only 1 tablespoon of added sugar, they're very low in calorie and virtually fat-free. A great way to start any New Year diet, I think. Soak your gelatin in a bowl of cold water for 10 minutes until it goes nice and squidgy. Cut your passion fruits in half and scoop out the seeds. At this stage you might think you're not really going to get a lot from that, but passion fruit is a very intense flavour, so you don't need a huge amount. It's not something that we often make as adults, a jelly, unless it's kind of got champagne or Prosecco or something like that in it, but I think we forget how easy it is and how tasty it is. These little wobbly pops are so low in calorie and so good for you, but they feel naughty. They actually probably count as one of your 5 a day. So we're going to scrape all the seeds around in the sieve until all the juice and all the pulp has come away. And you really want to make sure you're getting every last bit of flavour from the passion fruit into your bowl. And all you want left in here is these little black jewels. Pop your passion fruit on a nice medium heat and add your 1 tablespoon of caster sugar. Mix it in and then add your freshly squeezed orange juice and your carton of orange juice. And bring that all up to a nice simmer. You don't want to boil this because it'll affect the way it sets when you put it into its jelly moulds. So just bring it up to a really gentle simmer and then we're going to pop the gelatine in. When this has just warmed through, take your gelatin out of the water and you can see it's gone really soft and squidgy. and squeeze out any excess moisture and pop it into your juice and stir it in, and it will slowly melt. It'll only take maybe 2 minutes, but again, be sure that your heat isn't too high and your juice isn't boiling. Now the gelatin has melted, pour the juice back into your measuring jug and leave it to cool. Keep stirring it from time to time. Drain off your mandarins and share them evenly between 4 ramekins. When the jelly juice has cooled, pour over the orange segments and fill your ramekins. Now place in the fridge to set for at least 4 hours, or overnight is best. When your jellies are ready, mix your Greek yogurt with a little honey and some freshly chopped mint and serve on the side of your jellies.